I got a new light, and I just kind of angled it the other way. So a friend of mine introduced me to a consignment shop, and I took some of my things there. And so I went to pick up the money that was on my account, and I saw this. Actually, it's two of them. My daughter really liked these. And so what I was able to do was just to get these two for her, to update some wall art in her room, or, you know, in the hallway going to her room. And I was able to get them free because they just deducted the $60 for the pictures off my account, and then, gave me a check for the rest. So these are very, very beautiful. And I'm not sure if I will stack them one on top of the other. Normally I stack side by side, or I do diagonal, but it just kind of depends on where she wants them, and we'll see how that goes. So that was the first stop. It is, oh my gosh, it is so hot in here. It's the light because the air is on, but I am determined to get this video done, and then we'll be free and in the clear. So guys, just bear with me. We went to the mall, my daughter and I think I've already put in another video, some of the self-care stuff. We went to Sephora, and I was looking for skincare stuff, and I was able to find it. So I think I put it in a video with body scrubs and all of that. But American Eagle, they came through. These have a little flair to them. At one point, I think I used to have about, because I pretty much stayed the same size the last 20 years, because military, we're working out and you're running, so you maintain your weight. So at one point, I really think I had at least a dozen pair of jeans, like easily a dozen. I don't have that no more. And then some of them, they looking crazy, but I went through all of my clothes when I got my custom closet here, and I got rid of a lot of stuff. I donated a lot of stuff to Goodwill, mainly Goodwill. I couldn't really find a place that did consignment, because they want the trendy, hip stuff. And some of the stuff that I was, trying to get rid of, some of it was, the type of attire, suits that you would wear to church or something like that. I did have several outfits from New York and Company. There were pantsuits. I had some nice skirt sets. I believe one or two they took of those, but for the most part, no. So I donated the rest of them to Goodwill. So having said that, I only have 3 pair of jeans to my name, and one probably needs to go as well. So American Eagle size 14 standard. I just got this, basic blue color. But in this color right here, I was able to, the 16s for whatever reason fit better. Now in both of these styles, I could have worn a 12, but I don't like, I'm turning 60 this year. Next month, I'm turning 60. I don't like I'm too old for that. Let me just say it that way. I'm too old to, I can have some rips, but I gotta have them in the right place. And on the pocket and on the knee. That's the right place for me. So it does look nice, I have nieces and great nieces. I have great nieces. I have several great nieces, and they wear this, and it with all the rips, and it really looks nice on them. But my 15-year-old great niece and her 60-year-old aunt can't be wearing the same thing. That's my story, and I'm sticking with that. Okay, so those 2 pair of jeans out of American Eagle, it was buy one, get one, half price. I now see my I can't see anything, and I know I can't see well at night if I'm already tired. buy one, get one half price. And there was a military discount to this. So the two of them were $108, which I thought was a great deal from a quality company. So I showed you what I got from the consignment shop, American Eagle. So my next trip, which is what I really wanted to share with you, was West Elm. I went into West Elm. I've been in West Elm before in New Jersey. My son takes me there. Whenever I'm up in town, he takes me all through the garment district, Avenues of America. Actually, I'm excited to visit there again soon, because he told me just come up there, and he says, Mama, I got you. Yeah, so I know he's going to be watching this video, and I intentionally said that on the video so he'll remember that he said, Mama, I got you. So Mama going to come up there, and he said he's going to take me shopping. Yeah, that's what he said. Anywho, I didn't find anything that I wanted in West Elm. But I saw some nice things, but nothing really caught my eye. So I went across or down the corner, around the corner. It's probably a good, I don't know, half a block across the parking lot. And I saw Crate & Barrel. I've seen the name. I was familiar with the store, but had never, familiar as in heard of it, but I had never been in one before. When I walked in, I was highly impressed. Before, I just thought it was mainly dishes, but this one was dishes and so much more. So I saw this vase, and you can see the richness of the tone, right? So you probably can see it pretty well because of this bright light, but I love how the gold just comes through, almost like I was gonna say peekaboo effect, but depending on the angle, depending on the lighting, sometimes it looks more of a deep chocolate with just a slight tint of gold. And other times, depending on how close you are, you see? Yeah. That's what attracted me to this vase. I don't know the actual height of it, but I like the boldness of the color. I like the size. I like the fact that it's quality but not heavy, so you don't have to, work out 2 days prior just to lift it. And it's the color that spoke to me. I know the receipt is somewhere around here, but of course, Crate & Barrel, just like a store like West Elm, these vases are pricey, but it's worth every dollar. It's worth every dollar that you pay. In the store, so I actually saw this in the store, and at first I'm like, I'm just gonna get the vase. I'm not paying that for the florals. I'll just figure out something myself. And I kept looking around, and while I was, asking questions about another item, I went back to the salesperson, and she helped me with whatever it is I was looking for, because we had walked around the store, especially when it got to candles. So she was helping me match up candles and stuff with another piece. I'll show it to you in a minute, but these were actually the flowers or stems that were in the vase in the store, and I really liked them. I like them because depending on the lighting, they look caramel, and then other times they have more of the burnt orange, which those two colors are close together, but everything was about lighting. So I liked it. Crate & Barrel, of course, stems, you're gonna pay a little price for it. So in the store, they had 4 stems, 2 of each, 2 of these and 2 of the other ones that I'm gonna show you. And I want just a tad bit more fullness. At least I thought I did. I think I do. So I picked up 1 more of these. It was just the way it was in the store. I just wanted to plug a hole on the back. And so I wanted more fullness with that color. And then this right here, this is what really drew me. I don't know what this is. I don't know if it has a name, and if so, I don't know. But I know what I like when I see it. I saw this and I like it. And so I tried to get around, like, I'm gonna just find something else. And so once I purchased the base, of course, they, you know, just took the stems out. And as I was looking around the store, I just kept kind of like eyeballing back to the stems, you know, lying on the table when they took them out of the vase. And I was like, nah, I'm gonna go ahead and get them, because that's the look that I saw. That's the look that I wanted, you know, for this first design. And as I, you know, as the seasons change, I'll keep the base out. I'm sure I will. And I can always put it with other stems. But that was one, you know, my first major purchase out of there. And just like the base, the stems, you know, they can be pretty pricey. A base stem like this will start at $25 a stem. So of course these are much, much higher. But, you know, when you're trying to get a statement piece and, you know, have it look the way you want, you know, sometimes you just, you know, have to pay a little bit more. So I just invested in that to get the look that I want. And I plan to use this as a centerpiece in the family room, a 8-seater table in the family room. And I'm just gonna put that and maybe some small candle holders. I don't know, but that's gonna be the centerpiece, and I already got the runner that I want on the table. So we'll see how that goes. Now, so before I actually purchased this, this is what really, really, really drew my attention. Sorry for leaning. And I was just thankful that they had. And I was gonna buy the one off the floor, but this one, they had it in the box. I saw this. I was actually starting to just film just a little bit of content because I wanted to share what I was seeing in the store, since that was my first time I had ever been in the store. And I mean, I was impressed just by how everything was laid out. And so I was over there looking at some Caraway pots and pans. We just like, you know, many other people, it doesn't matter if you're a content creator or not. You know, people, if you like to cook, you like food, you usually will invest in, you know, your pots and pans. And so we have them of all varying brand names, sizes, styles. You know, a set last year I got from Dillard's, and I really like them. But I am a pot, pan, frying pan, bakeware, towels. I love that stuff. I just love it. I love to replace it and update it or upgrade it. And so that's why I was over there looking at Caraway. I didn't buy any of that, but I was looking. So after I spun around from where the dishes were, over on one of the tables was this beauty that I am, see that gold? I'm like, yeah, that's my color right now. The dining room that I'm sitting in, that's what I'm working on. And I'm not sure if it's gonna be the final state, probably not. But until I figure everything out, I mean, we've only been here 6 months, so I can't, you know, everything's not gonna happen in a month, but we've made quite the dent in getting some of the things that we want. So now inside the house, I'm trying to, you know, figure out exactly, you know, what the end look as far as some of the permanent stuff that you do, sconces and furniture and stuff like that. I'm trying to figure out what the end look will be. But in the interim, I do want it to be nice. So the dining room that I'm sitting in, I can remember, and I know I said this on the video, so if you saw the video, just, you know, extend me some grace. I did say on a video that I would not paint for the first year. I'm probably gonna hold to that. So at month 10, the builders will come back, and if you got any nail pops, they'll take care of that. I said I wasn't gonna change out any major appliances or anything like that. Like, we like gas. Right now we have electric, because we just brought the electric stove in the price of the house. So no, I want to get the use of the electric, and then, you know, down the road maybe we'll go to gas. There was no refrigerator here, so we automatically had to do that, washer and dryer and all that. But what I actually said was, and I'm gonna tilt this a little bit, this chandelier right here, I said that I was gonna keep that chandelier for the first year. I don't think I'm gonna make it. It has, it doesn't provide enough lighting. So if I didn't have this big light on to do this video, you would see that it's very dim in here. So that's why I do have a lamp. I had another stand-up lamp, but I have a plant that's coming, so I had to move that lamp out. That wall unit, it really was a TV cabinet, but I've had wood shelves. At first I started with glass, and I have wood shelves put in it. Bottom line, it's not enough light in here, and so I don't think I'm gonna make it until January of 2027 with this chandelier. So I'm already looking for another one. And plus, to me, and I know it's different heights, you know, however, whatever it is that you like, I want it to not hang so low. I mean, I can literally touch it just leaning. But if it is gonna hang that low, I really want it to have more of a, I'm good with the farmhouse. This is a modern farmhouse house, but this is not the farmhouse chandelier for me. Okay, so I don't think I'm gonna make it a year with that chandelier. Probably, I'd be lucky if it's up there, because now I'm starting to sit in this room and do a lot of videos, and I keep looking at it and it's bothering me, and so who knows? You know, my son told me to come to Jersey and New York, and he's gonna take me to all those stores, and he said he got me. So yeah, he can get me on that. I'm laughing because I know he's gonna watch this video. Yeah, you wanna get me? You get your mom on that. Yeah, that chandelier. Yeah. Anybody who knows my son knows we joke like that, but I'm not joking. But yeah, he said he's going to show me some places to, you know, look at chandeliers, and I'm very grateful and appreciative, and you know, he'd do anything to help me, and just as I would him. Help me as in he always likes to look for nice, odd, unique pieces in order to help me get the look that I want. So always grateful and appreciative when, you know, someone shows you, you know, that they appreciate you to invest in something that's pricey like that. But nevertheless, this is what I bought for myself. Isn't this gorgeous? Yeah. Now, I was gonna say Mr. King brought this for me for my birthday, but no, he'll get me something else. I bought this for myself. Yeah. So my husband would have just said, get what you want, get what you want. Okay, I did. I'm cracking lots of jokes tonight, but they're not jokes. Okay, I did. I got what I want. This, look at here. So what I like about this, and let me try to prop this up. I like this, the base of it. Look at the base. I love that. And then I love that it has one lever. Two, at least that's what I'm calling it, 3, right? And you can move these any way you want to create any design you want for the look that you're trying to achieve. I fell in love with this. So it was so funny because I was walking around the store and I was actually filming, and the young lady asked my daughter Shayla, she said, oh, what, you know, I'm assuming Shayla told me the story later, but Shayla said something like she's just filming for her YouTube channel. And the young lady, the salesperson, she says, oh, you know, that's great. So we started talking and she helped me with this. And I said, you know, can you please find out how much this is for me? And she said, yeah, she would. She said that was her first day, or maybe, yeah, first day. And so I was like, And I cracked a joke to her. I said, well, you know, before you tell me the price, you know, let me know. So I'll go ahead and pass out now. Because I just really, I thought this would be several $100. I thought this probably would have been somewhere about $400 because of the quality, where you're getting it from, the unique design, and the ability to just create a look. And so, you know, as she was coming back over there and the manager was looking up the price, she was like, oh no, this is $250. And I said, oh, okay, yeah, I want that. Give me that. Take that up to the register. Hold that for me. And, you know, I'm going to look around to see if I want to, you know, to try to get anything else. I really like this. It was an early happy birthday to me. Except for in September, I'm celebrating every day. But this was an early happy birthday to myself. And I couldn't believe it. And I'm not sure how it's showing up on camera, but I assure you, it looks even better in person. I love it. And so this is going to be my centerpiece somewhere in here. And see, that's why I want this moved, because there's too much going on, but you got to kind of get pieces when you can. So of course in the store they had it where they had candles in there, and I thought the candles were more of a chestnut color. I'm gonna say chestnut. They were actually purple, a deep purple. It was the lighting where the one was that I couldn't tell it was purple. But this is the closest that I could come to the neutrals. I didn't need nutmeg. I didn't want white. Everything can't be ivory. So these candles, let me see. Oh my gosh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I only got 6. I messed up. I forgot that it has 7 holes. So I'm gonna have to do one of two things. I'm gonna have to put different colors, or I'm gonna have to order another set of this color so that they're all the same. And I stay about, I'm gonna say it took me about an hour to get to this store. So unless I'm going that way soon, and I don't think I am, but I do want to get enough of these before they run out. So look there. And they got the wicks attached, so I can only do it like that. But look, let me show you. And don't pay any attention to all this stuff that's on the table. That's all the bags and stuff. But you see this? Absolutely beautiful. This by far was the signature find for me, right? And it's so funny sometimes when you go in these stores, and I didn't even know Crate & Barrel was over there. I saw West Elm, then from West Elm I saw Crate & Barrel, and so you're just browsing and you get this stuff, and they're like, did you find everything? Yeah, I found more than what I should have. But nevertheless, I came home very content with the purchases that I did make, quality purchases, and I'm looking forward to putting these out and showcasing them on a video to show you how they actually work or are integrated into the space. These candles were 2 for $8. I believe $8.53, $8.63, something like that. $8, $8 something. So I'm gonna round up and say you get 2 candles for $9 and you're paying $4.50 a candle. And I got 6, but I need 7 because it's one more in the center here that I didn't count. 1 on each end of the lever and then 1 in the center. I'm glad I figured it out because I'll just go and order another set of these because it's gonna bother me if I don't until I get it. And so with that, thank you. I just wanna share these items with you and then I'm gonna put them away. Crate and Barrel is probably going to be one of my go-to stores in this area amongst several other stores that I've been introduced to, but I just got a few more changes that I'm trying to make here in the house, especially on the first floor. I haven't done anything upstairs. I mean, everything's decorated, but the theater room and my little workout space and 1 or 2 other rooms up there, I have them decorated, but we'll see if I change them out and do something different. So with that, I appreciate you hanging out with me this time of night. I appreciate you always supporting my channel. If you have not subscribed, please hit your subscribe button. Click your notification bell so you'll always be notified every time I upload. Also follow me on Instagram, on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and here on YouTube. And please leave me a comment if you are a Crate and Barrel fan, if you've shopped there. If you have any of these items, share your pictures of how you styled them. I'd love to see them. And anything else that you want to share. And as always, thank you. This is Freddie. I am Freddie King's Home Decor. Your girl is tired, but I'll see you in the next one.